Welcome back to the PI Show, viewers. Before the break, we were talking about the David Jones case and sexual harassment in the workplace. Because it's got so many interesting twists and turns to that, and it's a bit like Days of Our Lives, we think we'll come back to it another time, Harry and Kathy.
It seems to unfold, and it's captured attention around Australia, probably around the world, Tony, because of the quantum,
the magnitude of the claim.
magnitude of the claim.
But now we're here to do the mailbag, and Kathy, the mailbag, is it, or just mailbag?
Look,
Kathy's mailbag.
that's fine. I've claimed territory. It's my mailbag. Thank you,
Kathy's
viewers.
But both of you aren't as bright as usual. What's going on?
No, we try. We make an
nice
effort,
colours,
Tony.
Harry,
We make an
very,
effort.
very-
No, we
Thank
make an
you.
effort.
Trying to be a bit smart,
Yeah.
but look, you know, it's you that has to catch up to Harry and I because
yeah.
we've got a number
I think
of
I've got a
different
bit more
outfits.
colour than you do.
You're third in the race, Tony, at this stage.
Gotta try
Yeah,
and
no,
catch up with
Third
you.
in the race.
Keep watching, viewers, to see what Harry and I will be wearing next week. But
What a
we're going to go to our first question, which is actually, it's quite big and interesting. So, dear PI Show, my cousin was recently injured whilst participating in boat training exercises at Duntroon. After his group had finished the drill, a petty officer took him and 4 of his friends on his boat. Essentially, they went skylarking. My cousin was thrown from the boat and hit his back on the propeller. He suffered massive blood loss, huge scarring, was almost made a paraplegic and has been in hospital for the last 4 months. It's uncertain as to how he will fully recover. Can we sue the army in this instance? Someone told me this is almost impossible to do. Thanks from Ruben in Druin. What an interesting question. Now,
Harry can kick us off.
Harry, we'll start this off here. What are your thoughts, Harry?
Department of Defence, I think, has their own compensation scheme,
Yes.
which is specifically designed for the Department of Defence. I mean, people are, at risk in wars and overseas,
exactly
and
right.
so there's a lot of issues with the Department of Defence. This is at Duntroon, which is the Canberra-based military academy.
That's exactly.
And my first response is that it's connected to his work. I mean, it says that the officer took out, after the
Took 'em on
drill
a
was
boat.
finished, and an officer took them out on a boat. Now, it's probably could be social bonding or connected to the employment, if you like, of the person. It's a bit like an employer taking people out to drinks after work
Yes,
as part of
yes.
the social network.
There's no break in the chain of work.
So it's probably connected to work.
Yes.
So that's the first issue. Secondly, is there common law? I'm not 100% sure. If there's common law, it's a skylarking
It's
case.
a federal act, Harry, and if it's similar to CompCare, it's not as...
It's not attractive. I think that the military compensation is a bit better
Yep.
than the CompCare legislation. But if there's common law, it seems to me the facts are terribly important, and you'd have to get a very detailed
account of what happened.
account and proof of what happened.
And what the witnesses say.
And skylarking reminds me a bit of the case of the person who fell down the
A
balustrade
tetraplegic, yeah.
in Hawthorn.
The lacrosse player.
Yeah, and he was skylarking with friends, and he fell from a banister,
He lost 25%, I think, for contributory
and there's
negligence.
big contributory negligence. But
Yeah.
there's skylarking involved there, but the balustrade was unsafe, was a fraction below
It didn't
Australian
meet the building
standards.
standards. Yep, the Australian
So
standards.
he succeeded in court. Now, skylarking on a boat, what was the officer doing? Was he in control? Did he have authority? Could he have stopped people?
Well,
A lot of factors go into
Harry,
that.
He's an
So-
officer, and he should have said, look, stop mucking around or something.
Yeah, you'd think he'd have authority,
You'd have
to,
authority,
to do that. So it's like a vicarious liability argument.
The
injuries speak for themselves.
Prima facie, you'd think there's a case there, but it needs some thorough investigation.
But the injuries speak for themselves.
They
There's
do.
no argument about
No,
thresholds
no.
or consequences.
No, definitely not.
Injuries speak for themselves. It's liability. Who's at fault?
But what about if there's alcohol involved, if it was more of a social event and it was just,
That's a
group of
factor.
people?
Kathy, I'd suggest Ruben gets some advice.
Yeah,
Look, I mean, it's
alcohol's a
very-
factor.
it's a very in-depth
Skylarking's a factor. And who was in charge, what authority they had,
What caused him to fall out of a
and
boat?
what was the true cause of the fall.
Why did he fall out of a boat?
Yeah.
That's
So
important.
Rubens should definitely seek some legal advice on that, and
Yes.
they'll be able to assess the claim properly
But-
from there.
Guaranteed.
But if it's military compensation, there'd be some substantial no-fault benefits.
and possibly a pension attached to it. Harry.
Yeah,
So that could be
Yeah.
substantial in itself.
yeah.
We hope that's helped.
The no-fault benefits probably made up of a pension could be lifelong, who knows?
And a lump sum for
The
impairment type
Yes.
situations.
Look
So-
into it, it's pretty
And
important.
superannuation, dare I say,
Yes.
might be relevant here as well.
So the more you look at it and the more you think about
There's
it,
more angles.
yes, there's a lot of angles.
You didn't like the case, Tony.
Not that I didn't like it, it's just... No,
It's complicated.
It's interesting.
It's a challenge.
I like challenges. Harry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
You
going
do.
to move on to our second question now. It's to Tony and Harry. I was in a shopping centre recently when one of the shoppers accidentally, but very forcefully, bashed their trolley into me. I have suffered a serious leg injury and shock as a result. Is there anyone I can sue? And this is from Jason in Yarraville. These shopping centre cases keep arising, Tony, and I know that you love to answer these for the viewers. So
Look, it's an interesting case because if you've got someone that runs into the back of your leg and there's no other reason but the fact that they haven't been careful enough, you'd think that the only tortfeasor would be the person that hit you with the trolley. Now, if on the other hand the aisle's narrow because there's boxes on the ground and all sorts of things, then you'd think that you'd probably join the occupier. Possibly.
It's a big call, Tony.
Now, I'd hazard to guess that the person that slammed into the back of her might have insurance if there's contents coverage, because I think the contents in policy would extend
For a
to this
outside.
circumstance. Yes. So I think that
Jason.
should get advice because there's potentially two tortfeasors here. So I would check it out. And you'd obviously have to satisfy the Wrongs Act thresholds for suing, which is more than 5%.
that's correct.
And if it's a serious leg injury, you'd think you'd get there. So get some advice.
Yeah, but look, it's a long bow to say the occupier is
Oh,
liable. Tony.
Harry, I've worked in the supermarkets and they've got boxes on the ground, there's things here, there's things there. You
But
don't
someone's
know.
just lost control of a trolley, though.
Yeah, but
You
still,
think-
I mean, sometimes they could be ducking and weaving because of the tightness of the aisles. You don't know. You'd have to look into it. Get more facts.
So you need more factors from
Yes.
it.
Get advice.
We've got one very quick question. Dear PI Show, I am on work cover. Am I still entitled to superannuation payments from my employer? Regards, Pete Werribee.
Yes.
This is an easy question.
Well, it's an easy question. The Act was amended and you're entitled to 1 year of superannuation payments by the employer, but that's it. And after that, it ceases.
Excellent.
The directors are winding us up. Tell them
That's right. Viewers, please keep watching us on www.pishow.com, where you can also write into us, and we welcome your questions as usual. Thank you for having us again.
Thank you, viewers.
Thanks very much. Thanks,
Thank
Kathy.
you. See
Very
you
well
next
done.
one.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Kathy.
Kathy.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Harry.